Hey guys, this is Al. It's been a while since I've updated you on the 1979 Rolls Royce Silver Shadow, the gold one right over there. So today we had to move some cars around. I need to get my trailer out. My trailer's, I need to go and pick up one of my other cars that's down, it's at home. And we figured, because this car usually lives on that trailer, that we'll move it onto the lift, we'll put it up in the air, we'll pull the exhaust, we'll inspect the exhaust, and then we'll pull it down and see if we can swap the exhaust out between this fire damaged car, which was in very good condition before it caught fire, and move all the stuff over to the 79. So we're going to put the car up in the air right now. We're going to take a look and see what's going on, and then we'll see if it's worth pulling this exhaust. I have a couple of other cars that I could probably use as well, but this one's right here, it's right by the lift, and we figured we'd start with it first. Alright, so give me a few seconds, we'll put the car up in the air. Alright, let's take a look underneath. Well, the exhaust looks like it's in pretty decent shape. There's a little bit of rust, I'm guessing, from where the fire kind of caused damage, but nothing major. Both pipes look pretty straight. The crossover looks pretty good. Again, a little bit more rust on that section. I guess that's where the EGR stuff goes. The cats are in pretty good shape, and the rest of the system, you know, looks okay. This is a mild steel system, I'm guessing. It's not stainless steel, but it looks like a complete system. It looks like it's in reasonable condition. Nothing, no holes, no major rust. So we'll start using this car for parts to begin with. We'll take the exhaust off and see if we can do something with it. I think that all this brake component, this hardware I may need to replace as well, because this handbrake mechanism on my other car isn't in that good a shape. And maybe even this is where the rat trap is, and I guess this cover goes over it. I'm missing this cover, so I need to either make one or use this one from this car. So. But all in all, actually, this car from underneath is in pretty nice shape. I don't see any major rust on the floor pans. So this really should be a builder. I shouldn't really be pulling parts of it, but I have some plans for it, and it doesn't involve using this engine, so we can use the exhaust. Alright, so let's see if we can start getting this exhaust off, and I'll give you an update shortly. Thank you. Got the exhaust off the car. It wasn't too much of an effort to pull it off. I mean, everything came apart pretty easily. There was no rust. Nothing had to be cut away. If you come up over here, you'll see that basically there's a crossover pipe that joins the two exhaust systems together, and then goes into the EGR system from the carburetors. You've got two catalytic converters, then you've got two resonators, another set of mufflers, and then the system in the back. So we're going to clear this all out of the way so that we can move this Rolls Royce back into its spot, which is on the trailer, and then we'll get this other gold one moved over, and we'll start working on taking the exhaust system down on that car and putting this one back on. Not sure if we're going to get done all in one day, but we'll do our best. The exhaust is out. For the most part, I mean, it's definitely not as nice a shape as the one that we pulled off the white car. There's a lot of rust on this muffler, and obviously where this bracket is over here was completely rotted away. I do have a second resonator that came in the boot of the car, but you can see, I mean, it's got holes all over it. It's in kind of a really bad shape. So the pipes to the tailpipe is an okay shape, but the rest of it is kind of gruesome. But we'll just get the other one on and see if it's going to be much better. So, hey guys, so we've got the exhaust on. Wasn't too big of a pain to get taken care of. The only thing that we had to do is we had to make sure that we replaced all the bolts, because some of the bolts weren't in great shape. So you can see up there that these are all new bolts that we've put in. We're going to have to get rid of this thing because it's this little mesh cover, but I'm not sure that we need it because it kind of covers the underside of the car, not the top side. So the heat shields are on the top and they're fine. What else? Everything else went pretty well. So this exhaust is in pretty decent shape. And it all went together quite well. So no problems here. So let's lower the lid, and we can hear it run. So before I get started, I'm going to suspect that the engine is still going to sound a little bit lumpy. There's an air pump that there's a small hose that goes around from the air pump to the intake, and that hose is missing, so it's pretty noisy because of that air pump. And the carburetors need syncing as well, but you know, I can tell that it's kind of noisy anyway. That should be fine. Is the battery disconnected?
Yeah.
Put my hand over the air pump, it gets a lot quieter. So it still needs, you can see it's still missing a little bit. So I'm going to suspect that I need to do something with the carburetors. They're still out of adjustment. I just put them on and that was it. It sounds a little bit quieter. So and it drives okay, it gets going. Carburetors are way out of adjustment. I think I'm still, like, it's consuming gallons and gallons of fuel right now.
We got that bolt on the crossover pipe.
Oh, and oh yeah, so there's a U-bolt clamp.
That's that exhaust leak that we hear.
Crossover pipe, and that's where you hear an exhaust leak over there. So we can show you the one over here. Actually, this is the one that's off the old exhaust system. We have to cut this one to get it off. But
yeah, there's a U-bolt that clamps that to where's it?
This one over here, right?
That port.
Yeah.
And that's what feeds the UGR.
So that's it pretty much. We're going to pull this off the lift now. I need to put the TR6 on there real quickly and bleed the brakes because we replaced the master cylinder on that one. And then we're done for the night. So thank you very much. And we'll give you some updates on this car pretty soon. The brakes are still leaking a little bit, so I'm losing brake fluid from one of the... I know that it's leaking from the rack trap, and I think it may be leaking from some of the steel lines that I made as well. So I'm going to use the rack trap from that parts car over there, which is slowly becoming a parts car because it's just in phenomenal shape, and it'll solve that problem for me. That's it. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye-bye.